everybody to our September 2nd, 2021 Town Board meeting. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance and then please a moment for all those affected by Ida and our military in Afghanistan and Paris. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll start our meeting off with any public input. Okay, let's go on to the administrative business. I need a motion and a second to accept the minutes of 8/19/2021.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I need a motion and a second to approve abstract number 17. Desiree, please.
Abstract 17 contains vouchers 21-1208 through 21-1272 and totals $55,894.84.
Okay, I'll make that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Budget modifications. Desiree, please.
There are three this evening. The first is for the dog park by increasing A 1620.424 dog park and decreasing A 1620, $965, and decreasing A 1620.404 water bills by $65 and A 1620.444 schools and dues by $900. Second for ACO by increasing A 3510.466 expenditures from donation account by $3,421, A 2706 ACO donations by $677, and A 599 appropriate fund balance by $2,744. And the last is for the library by increasing L 7410.400 contractual expenses by $1,500 and decreasing L 7410.437 AV equipment videos by $1,500.
Okay, do I got a motion and a second to approve our budget modifications?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, on to new business. We need to adopt a resolution for our part-time SRO contract, authorizing the supervisor to sign the SRO contract. Desiree, can you please read that?
Whereas the Board of Education of the Northern Woodbury Central School District and the Town of Woodbury have been parties to impermissible agreements for several years concerning the School Resource Officer Program, which provides for the safety and well-being of town children. And whereas the town and school board wish to continue the School Resource Officer Program. And whereas the town board and the school board have negotiated an impermissible agreement that sets forth the respective rights and or obligations concerning the town's continuation of services under the SRO program for a period of September 1, 2021 through June 30th, 2022. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor and or deputy supervisor to execute the intermunicipal agreement by and between the town and the school.
Okay, we went over this on Monday. Are there any further questions? With that, I need a motion to authorize the supervisor to sign this agreement.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you, Jackie. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a motion. I need a motion and a second to approve the PBA, the memorandum of agreement, which would be adding the D-line dispatcher to the contract, to the current dispatcher's contract. I'll make that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, I need a motion and a second to authorize the town board to adopt a resolution authorizing the town court to apply for a JCAP grant. They're looking for a shelving unit. It's a very unique type of shelving unit that they're looking for. And also, some new desks at the courthouse.
How many desks? Sorry.
I think 2.
Three.
Well, she's looking for desks. How's that? So, I need a motion and a second to authorize me to sign the contract.
Make that motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next is, I need a motion and a second to approve the hiring of John Seymour as full-time dispatcher at the D line, covering the following pay rates. B line at $30, 43.65 and the C line at $30, 9691 per hour, effective on September 9, 2021. And for those of you who are not sure what that D line actually is, the D line will be a dispatcher working from the hours of 11 in the morning till 7 in the evening.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, I needed a motion and a second to approve Alexandria Araga as part-time clerk up to 20 hours weekly at an hourly pay rate of $18 and 0138, grade level 1, effective on September 9th, to work at the senior center. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Let
Aye.
me know for me.
Okay, Tom?
Aye.
Thank you. I have an added item. If I can find my. Yeah.
It's a resolution relating to the 2021 Community Development Grant. Whereas the town board of the town of Woodbury has applied for a fiscal year 2021 Community Development Block Grant Program funding the senior center and library ADA improvements. And whereas the county of Orange has accepted the application and delivered contracts to the town of Woodbury, now therefore be resolved by the town board of the town of Woodbury hereby authorizes the supervisor of the town to sign the documents. And furthermore, the engineers hereby authorize to prepare contracts documents for competitive bidding and supervise the construction.
Okay, thank you, Desiree. I have a motion and a second, please.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Frank, why don't you tell the public that we did that this grant, let this
Okay. This is a grant that we applied for last year. It's the Orange County Community Development Grant. And once again, I'd like to thank Tom Burke, who was there as our representative, along with Al Fusco, and we received a $125,000 grant to put in those, I'll call them electric doors at the library, where you walk up to it and you just push the button and they open. It will be for the library front, and the senior center front doors, the library's front door, the senior center front door, and if I'm not mistaken, Tom, will it include the senior center's back door
No, do not include the back door.
for the senior
For
center?
the senior center.
Okay.
The front.
I know that it didn't include the library, that's why I wasn't sure if it was
No.
No? Okay, well, anyway, it's $125,000. They're authorizing me to sign it, to approve the grant, and so we can get that money. And it's interesting because at our last meeting, department heads, Sarah was just happened to ask me, have you heard anything on the grants? And the very next day, I got the letter, so, yeah, we're moving along, and I'm very happy that we received this as well as they are.
Okay, Frank,
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify, you asked about the rear door, and I said no, but that is a yes, but I got confused with, I'm sorry, that there is some work that's gonna need to be done, outside the door with the ramp, and that was not part of it.
Right.
Door.
Okay, so we'll include a back door for the seniors. Okay, old business. A pool update. Does anyone here wanna give that pool update? Tom, I know you and I sat there for about an hour watching them dig.
Yeah, the contractor mainline, I won't say too much because I know that, Parks Director, Joe Gianzaro is here, but, the contractor has been working and they started digging and they're clearing the area, they have all they're bringing in their equipment. They're working from Monday to Thursday, 10 to 12 hours a day, and the progress is going along really well. As of right now, they have all the pool actually marked out. Frank and I were there, the work, we feel they're really doing a strong and real good job as of right now. Hoping that to continue to get really far along and right where as our timeline is being put together right now and finalized, we feel that we'll be in real good shape for this spring.
Thank you. And the other thing that I would like to add is that I know that when we went out to bid, a lot of people were very interested in getting a slide. And we had a meeting on Monday night. The town board, we're going to go with a slide. And it's gonna be one of those amusement park type slides with the flumes and the this and the that. We figure if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. When I first saw it, I was like, I was thinking of climbing up a ladder and coming down this thing, but nope, I gotta admit, my fellow board members thought completely different than me. Maybe it's my age, I don't know, because they're much younger than me. But anyway, I am very excited about what we have the possibility of doing. We're gonna have a meeting hopefully in another couple of weeks with John Petrosini. He's coming back with some prices for us, and the sooner the better to get sorted. So I'm very excited about that part of it. Okay, board member comments. Jackie?
Sure. So I wanted to just take a moment to acknowledge all of the families that have been impacted by Hurricane Ida. This has been a devastating hurricane for New Orleans and I believe Louisiana. There's been some fatalities, and so my prayers are with those families. I also would like to congratulate all of our students going back to school in person. I think it's an exciting thing that they're back, and I'm hoping that they have a wonderful school year. I also want to remind the community that the Friendly Visitors Program is seeking visitors right now. There's flyers that are being circulated, but there's trainings if you're interested. September 14th at 6 p.m. and September 23rd at 10 a.m. If you'd like more information, you can you can visit our town website, townofwoodbury.com for more information. Also, as a reminder, our Parks Committee is looking for, we have an open seat. And so if you're interested, please send your letter of interest to Desiree Potvin. It's due by September 17th, 4 p.m. Again, you can visit our website for more information. And lastly, this month is September is Cancer Awareness, Child Cancer Awareness. I have many friends and families who have lost children to cancer. So in honor of those children, as well as so many others who are battling cancer, just keep those families in mind.
Thank you, Jackie. Tyler, please.
I'd just like to wish everybody a nice Labor Day weekend, did enjoy it, the weather's supposed to be great for a change on the weekend, and, that's about it, thanks.
Bob?
My condolences to the family of Scott McLennan and Sue. Scott was the water superintendent for many years in the town. And, he was a hard-working guy. He was also very big in the fire department. And he's a good guy, and my condolences once again, and we're going to miss him. Also, 9/11 is coming up, and it's going to be a ceremony at the Highland Mills Delivery Fire Department's firehouse in 232. So I encourage people to come out and pay a visit down there. It's a very somber but moving remembrance of those that we lost and that we're still losing. So please come out and remember them. That's it. Thanks.
Bob, what time does that ceremony start, do you know?
7:30.
7:30.
Thank you. Tom?
Nothing, tonight for me except just, my condolences to my family also. Great family, known for a very long time, so my prayers are with them.
Okay, and my thoughts exactly, I had the extreme pleasure to actually work with him for quite some time, and I'm just sorry to see that the fact when I received the call, I think it was yesterday, right? Yeah. Best to his family. I wanted to also announce, we started the budget process today. We started the budget process today. We had our first meetings with our department heads. And I just want to announce the dates that we will be having our public meetings. They will be on October 6th. They will all be held here, and they will be starting at 7 p.m. October 14th, which is a Thursday. And then on October 18th, October 6th will be the A Fund. October 14th will be the B Fund. And on the 18th, we'll be doing the library and any other housekeeping that we need to do within the budget. With that, I don't have much else to say. There'll be no executive sessions tonight, so with that, excuse me, I need a motion.
Excuse me, Beautification Committee?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank
I was
you.
looking to get out of here.
No, not that quick. I just came from a wonderful trip with the Woodbury Golden Agers. 29 of us went and visited Maine, so the bus just came back at 7:30. Just a note to add on to what my husband said about 9/11. This is the 20th anniversary, and I do encourage everyone to do attend. And I want to do a special thank you to Joe from Orange Nursery. I just picked up last week the 2 more solar lights that are going to be placed at the monument that will match the ones that are in the front garden. So thank you to Joe for donating those. Your help is always appreciated. And with that being said, I spoke to Joe from the nursery, not this Joe, the other Joe. We're trying to work on the sign to be put at the north end of the sign. Some people saying that our sign at the south end of the sign it's maroon, it's not plum color, it's on a beige background. The sign at the north end of town will be the same similar style sign. Until the village, I just recently found out, is going to take care of Buena Vista Circle, according to someone from We Are Woodbury, because they were supposed to put something grand there. So we're not working on that particular circle. So I guess the village is doing that. And we're working on, I have to meet with Joe Gianzaro. I have a sign mock-up that we're doing for the reservoir. So we're working on that. So beautification, we are moving and grooving, and we're getting things done. And come Halloween, we're going to have some wonderful additional additions to our light display.
Okay, thank you, Joey. And I apologize.
just a couple of things. The grant couldn't come at a better time for the doors, because the doors were shot. We did have to get them fixed, we had a little problem with them, but to get them, all the mechanism done, we got $5,000, so perfect time for new doors. So that doesn't cost us, so that's a good thing. Second, 4 more days left, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and the reservoir will be closed. Tomorrow, Saturday's the only day we won't have any lifeguards there. I mean, they can come and barbecue. As of right now, we have no lifeguards. We sent an email out, everybody knows. And on Monday, we'll be closing at 6 o'clock. So that's where our season's over. We'll still have security there until October, and that's where we're at. And we just started, we're emailing people about the refunds for camp. Everybody, we took all the people, and we're emailing that if that, whatever figure we come up with, if they're in agreement, fine, great, we just move on. So we took care of that for that week that we had to close down. So that's been taken care of. You guys will start seeing the vouchers coming in. So that's what that's gonna be about. Refund for the week. So, I have nothing else unless you guys have any questions.
No, I'd just like to say, just like I said, in conjunction with the buildings and grounds, I had asked that the reservoir be lowered, which they did, which probably prevented some really heavier waters coming down, which could have possibly led to some floods. And that was a program we decided to do years ago, and continued with it. And I hope that you'll be here and whoever else is here, that in the future, when we know that there's a hurricane coming in our way, even though this was just a tropical storm, our last 2 tropical storms did more damage than any hurricane has in this town. And that to be proactive, and that you get that water down. So, thank you.
Jokes, bills and grounds did it. Just one other thing, I'm sorry about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Just so you know, our generator does work at the community center because the lights were out today and the generator kicked right on. So
Beautiful.
just so you know, the money was well spent. So
Thank
that's
you.
what I forgot to tell you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
The huge valve that drains the reservoir, what can we do to repair that, to get it working?
That valve, we talked about that the other day. It's really funny you said that. We talked about turning it out. You might be able to turn it open, but you might not close it. I have no idea. I don't think anybody knows. That thing hasn't been touched in 30 years. So
We usually siphon it, Bob. We got some
Well,
huge.
Yeah, I know, but we have guys climbing over the spillway.
Well,
Which
we're
is
gonna-
kinda dangerous.
we were talking the other day, we're gonna try to figure something out that we can put something kind of permanent in there with a valve on it, that if we get siphoned, it's always ready, and then we just turn the valve and it gets siphoned. We were talking about some PVC pipe or something. That's what we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that valve works. I know I've been around a long time, you've been longer than me. I don't know if that valve has been open in 30 years. So I don't know if it even opens. And if it does it close? But if it doesn't close, how are we gonna shut it off? So that's the issue with that.
I know that Al has to start working on the dam,
Yes.
and that might be something that we can institute when he's doing this.
Yeah, it's worth taking a look at, because
Yeah.
if it's used regularly, if it's exercise, open, close, it will work and on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, if we can get it to go open and close all the time, yeah, it'd be perfect. It would be a lot easier than doing what we're doing. And another thing, in case I forget, the next meeting, I believe October, the DEC is gonna come down and do a wildlife assessment of the
Yes.
park. Just in case you guys see DEC, you want to know what's going on, but in case I forget to tell you, but that's what they're gonna do. I told Lily already, you're gonna see, we have bears, we have the whole, so they're gonna do a wildlife assessment, and, so they'll be around to do that, just so you guys know.
Thank you, John. Chief?
I just want to thank you for getting the SRO agreement done. Tom, I appreciate all your input and everything you helped with the meeting, also Joe McKay. And I want to thank you guys collectively as a board for amending the dispatcher contract and allowing us to hire John Seymour full-time. I know he'll be an asset to the department as we forward getting started. Thank you.
Thank you. Desiree?
I also had the pleasure of working with Scott McCollum Senior. He worked for the town for 26 years. I also worked with him in the fire department. He was a former fire chief. And condolences to his family, a lot of which still work for this town and are heavily involved in the fire department. So our condolences to them.
Okay.
Frank, yes, sorry about this. Is there, excuse me, Joe, could you just come up? I just want to ask you a question. Just came to this meeting. Yeah. Joe, do you think you could speak a little bit about the fact that if we have 2 parks next year, the process that you're going to do for lifeguards?
Not if, when we do have 2 parks next year. We talked about this the other day a little bit. If we do get a slide, what we need for the slide. If we have 2 parks next year, probably we'll need between 45 and 50 lifeguards, maybe a little bit more. We don't know exactly how many chairs we're gonna need at the pool. My feelings, if we do make the schedule for Memorial Day, I believe we should open the pool first and open the reservoir later, because vice versa, we always did it every other year, like we always open the pool late. I would rather just open the pool first, especially with a slide and people are gonna come. I mean, it's gonna be packed. But in the meantime, we're gonna try to do, I was told by, was it Maureen Hock, is that her name? Tom, she said that they're gonna do 2 classes for the school, the second quarter and the fourth quarter for lifeguarding. That's what she told Michelle Valente. So I'm hoping they get 10, 15, 20 lifeguards that'll come to work for us. That's kind of where we used to get our lifeguards from, but with COVID last year and nothing this year because the school just started. And we're gonna be very proactive. We're gonna put it out early for that. We already, for camp, we already have our health director. That's one of the, Jessica, that is an EMT. She said she'll be more happy to come back for us. So that's a good thing, because that's a very hard position to fill, and we thank Erica for doing that for us this year. So that's where we're at with the pool.
Will you be advertising for a class for lifeguards, or are you gonna just?
If we're gonna see what the school does, but we'll probably do something, hopefully in May sometime, we'll do our own like we did this year. We got about 4 or 5 extra lifeguards out of that. The problem is we lost a lot of good lifeguards because they grow up and they get jobs. And and we're trying to feed it with the high school kids. And that's why we're a little short this week, because we only have 3 high school kids. And of course they have to go to school. This is a very unusual time when Labor Day is, when school's already in session. So, we're doing the best we can, and, people understand, now they get smart, they call up, lifeguards there, yeah, come on up, so, but that's what we'll do, we'll be very proactive, because, and we're hoping our camp gets a little bigger next year too. So, but we're gonna be very proactive, but you're talking between 45 and 50 lifeguards to do everything, because it's 7 days a week, right?
And one more thing, I would make sure you got a lot of extra tape and cards, because I think that we'll be getting a lot of people joining in the office.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We won't get in the gym like we did this year. We're gonna buy a little extra. So when you guys see them invoices, just, you know what it's for. All right?
No problem. Okay, with that, we'll make a motion to close the meeting. I guess I've gotten everybody in now. John, did you want to say something? Okay. Go ahead, Tom.
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second? Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.